I'm a cover girl.
I'm a cover girl.
I'm a cover girl too, because I use CoverGirl Simply Ageless Liquid Foundation.
America's #1 anti-aging foundation brand.
Simply Ageless is skincare and makeup in one.
It instantly reduces the look of wrinkles and even skin tone.
With hyaluronic complex and vitamin C for plump skin and a healthy youthful glow.
So be a cover girl like me.
And me.
And get better skin at any age.
Try Simply Ageless Liquid Foundation.
From easy, breezy, beautiful, CoverGirl.
Enviar nota de voz al group chat. Buenos días, ¿quieren desayuno de McDonald's?
Guille dice, eres la mejor. Un sausage McMuffin, please. Laura dice, sí, sausage McGriddles para mí. Ale dice, ya comí, pero me traes un hash browns, love you.
Mi colega favorita, Jill. Llévate todos tus favoritos de desayuno como un sausage McMuffin por unos pocos dólares, solo en el $1, $2, $3 menú de McDonald's. Precios y participación pueden variar, no puede ser combinado con un combo meal.
The plot thickens. What I've been saying all along, what my client Judy Mikovits has been saying all along, what my client Ken Heckenlively has been saying all along, the authors of Plague of Corruption, who revealed the corruption of Fauci. We even went on Sinclair Network and talked about it, and that was taken off. I love the people at Sinclair, but a lot of pressure was put on by Media Matters and by CNN. I've sued CNN. They accused me of making things up along with my clients. There's going to be hell to pay. There's going to be hell to pay, not just with the communist Chinese. There's going to be hell to pay with Fauci. He's going to get his derriere sued very, very quickly. And I'll tell you something. This is an example of how the leftist media and how Congress covers things up, how the government covers things up. You don't think that our so-called government didn't know from day one that this virus was manufactured, the COVID-19 virus, in the lab in Wuhan, China? We have a national security agency. We have a CIA. They grab every piece of communication worldwide. We have Chinese interpreters. We knew. Even Trump knew. And that's why he didn't push too hard on China. Mike Pompeo, former Secretary of State, former head of the CIA, hear that? He was on Fox this morning, on Fox and Friends, and he was asked straight up, did you know about this? And he wouldn't answer the question. This is the bottom line. This is the government. This is why we need a Third Continental Congress. This is why we need to declare independence. It's why we need to move on. Go to freedomwatchusa.org and join our Third Continental Congress in Philadelphia. I want you to participate. You can get a ticket for $150. There'll be a book signing. You'll get a free book. It Takes a Revolution, the book I just wrote. I want you to participate. Take it far and wide. As our founding fathers said, when in the course of human events, the sovereign, the rulers no longer represent the people have a right under the laws of nature and nature's God to alter or abolish that government and to form a new government by and for the people with equal rights for everyone in pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness. As I said, that's a paraphrase of what Jefferson wrote. But we're going against China. No one took them on. Your Freedom Watch took them on in Dallas, Texas, with a class action for the huge damage they have done to our health, to our economy, to our emotions, and also in Israel, in Jerusalem, Israel. And let me tell you something about this government. If it's moving its mouth, it's lying. Right now, they're spending their time rounding up anybody who protested what went on during the elections, anybody that was in Washington, D.C., to support President Trump on January 6th. 450 plus have already been indicted. People are being bludgeoned to plead out. People that just walked into the Capitol, did no harm, are getting years in prison. This is the government that we now have against us, much more oppressive than even King George III. And remember, King George III was not a socialist. King George III was not a communist. King George III was not a radical Muslim or a Muslim. King George III was not a member of the Marxian Jewish left. King George III was not a radical LGBT. King George III was not an atheist, and he was not a radical black. What we've got in control of this country today with the stooge Biden, who we've indicted in our citizens' grand jury, and I'll talk about that in just a second, and his son Hunter and his brother James, are people who no longer represent the United States. They represent their own interest, the interest of these radicals. And peacefully and legally, we must have them removed. They're like a cancer growing in this country. And the best way to remove them is to say, stay in Washington, commit crimes against yourselves. We're moving on. The American people are exercising our God-given rights given to us by the Father and the Son. We don't need you anymore. We don't want you anymore. You have subverted what our founding fathers believed in, and you are evil. They are simply evil, both Democrats and Republicans. They knew too. Republicans know. And talk about Fox News. They're now promoting this because their rankings, their ratings sank lower than MSNBC and CNN. They stabbed Trump in the back. They stabbed conservatives in the back. It's run by Lachlan Murdoch, an individual who's very leftist, and we know where it stands. So they can't play dumb. They went along with this too. And we were out there. They never had Judy Mikovits on. They never had Ken Heckenlively on. They never had our other experts, Francis Boyle, on. They will say this is a bioweapon. They know it's a bioweapon. No immunity for that. We have the right to sue communist China. And last but not least, as Fox was whoring it up this morning, they were promoting George P. Bush, the son of Jeb Bush. I mean, the kid can't even put a sentence together. Now he's running for attorney general in Texas. He's part of the Bush dynasty. He'll probably win because the Bush machine will be out. But we have to be done with the Bushes. The Bushes are the people, in large part, that got us where we are today. They got us Obama. They got us Biden. And frankly, this is a party, Republican Party, of establishment hacks that need to be retired into the ash heap of history. But Fox is promoting Bush because Fox, to the extent that it even shows any conservative card, which is very little, it's Republican establishment. The Republican Party is dead. It's dead. It's over. I'm forming a new party under a separate organization, the New American Independence Party. And I want you to go to freedomwatchusa.org, join our Justice League, sign up for our Third Continental Congress on July 5th and 6th in Philadelphia at Independence Hall, the Visitor Center, and let's form a nation which honors our founding fathers, doesn't honor critical race theory, doesn't honor anti-Semitism, does not honor anti-Christianity, does not honor atheism, does not honor Islam, which is a religion which has been inhabited by the devil, in my opinion. You know, there are good Muslims, but they're no longer, frankly, Muslim. They've converted. They've gone elsewhere. And this is what we're dealing with right now. Jews are being attacked in the cities. Christians are next. Conservatives are next. People of faith are next. We need to rise up now peacefully and legally and tune into our Citizens Grand Jury today at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, because we're proceeding with the indictment of Fauci. We've already indicted Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, his son James Biden. We've indicted Mitch McConnell in the Senate. He laundered money from China too through his wife. And we'll get on to Comey. We'll get on to Clapper. We'll hold them all accountable. Accountable because our own so-called Justice Department, which has turned into a Gestapo, would rather round up people that were in Washington, D.C. on January 6th, prosecute them, and throw the key away because they want to send a message. Do not challenge Biden and Harris. Do not challenge the left. We are in control. We will never give it back. Forget about what's going on in the states in terms of trying to come up with another electoral system. It won't be enough to change the equation. We, the American people, must rise up peacefully and legally and restore our republic now before we have absolutely nothing left. That's my message for today. Go to freedomwatchusa.org. You can get a copy of my book for a contribution of $50 or more, or you can get it at Amazon.com and all major booksellers. Read it, digest it, take it to heart, get up off the couch, put your scotch and soda down or whatever you drink, your popcorn, whatever. Stop being entertained. For your children and grandchildren, rise up and save this country, just like our founding fathers did. That's my message for today. Thank you for listening to me. Remember, God and the Son, Father and the Son will help those that help themselves. If not, this country's dead. It's over. It's time to rise up. Thank you for listening to me. I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast.
Enviar nota de voz al group chat. Buenos días. ¿Quieren desayuno de McDonald's?
Guide dice, eres la mejor. Un sausage McMuffin, please. Laura dice, sí, sausage McGriddles para mí. Ale dice, ya comí, pero me traes un hash browns, love you.
Mi colega favorita, Jill. Llévate todos tus favoritos de desayuno como un sausage McMuffin por unos pocos dólares, solo en el $1, $2, $3 menú de McDonald's. Precios y participación pueden variar, no puede ser combinado con un combo meal.
Ready, set, summer. Get ready for summer and get your kitchen set up with savings on appliances at the Home Depot's Memorial Day Savings Event, in-store and online. Right now, you'll save a bundle on top appliances like the Samsung stainless steel French door refrigerator. So kick your summer off strong with a kitchen upgrade during the Memorial Day Savings Event at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. U.S. only while supplies last. Free delivery on purchases of $396 or more. Valid through June 9th.